everyone, and welcome back to the sunny hills of County Durham. I don't know if you can tell, but currently in my back garden. Today's dig, we're going back behind these woods here, back to the old castle. And we've already been here in one previous video. Please check that out if you get time. Just main Cooper today. Me on the manticore with the M9 coil. Cooper on the old faithful, the old Equinox 800. Just going to have a mooch about a couple of hours before dinner, and then we're going to watch the football and drink some beers at the bar at home in the afternoon. So it's just going to be a quick dig, this. So heading on to a bit that's a field where the old castle was situated. Now, age-wise, I don't know how old the castle would be. It is literally just a mound now. Hopefully you'll see later on in this video the field and where the castle would have been situated. But what I was going to say is this field has been done quite a lot in the previous years. Me and Cooper's had a good few hours on there, but it's literally in behind these woods here, so it's literally just a stone's throw away. So it's just handy to kill a couple of hours on a Sunday morning. So stay tuned. Hopefully we'll find some silver. Hopefully we'll find some nice things. It'd be nice to keep that silver run going. Yeah, we'll catch you on the first hole. Just a big thank you to everyone who subscribes, everyone who watches. Means a lot. Without you guys, I don't think the channel would keep going. So thank you very much. So yeah, catch you on the first. Right, it's took 10 minutes and we're on to our first signal. Not the best one at that. 13:14 and it's a bit of a splodge on the screen. Yeah, normally it's saying it's quite a depth, but normally these sort of numbers are like a 2.2 rifle casing. But let's have a look. Just a quick update. I've got that dug over and it's changed a little bit. It's sort of moved down towards the bottom of the air ferrous limits. Is that good or bad? Who knows? But we'll find out what it is in a second if I can get it out. Right, hopefully you can see what I'm seeing. Get it out without killing whatever it is. I don't have high hopes. Right. Yeah, what's that? Trying to get a bit of daylight on the job. What we have there is a nice little, we'll just give it a little bit tickle off on the back side there. I know there's not going to be too much to see, but a nice tongue back button there, a little sort of silver coloured one. So that's the first signal. It's actually, I'll just get you into a bit of daylight, it's actually got, if I can hold it right, a lovely bit of decoration on the front. Can you see that? Try and get my gammy thumb out of the way, you don't want to be looking at that. It's got a little bit of decoration on, so we're on to a decorated sort of tongue back button. This, I think that's what it's called, a tongue back. I don't have a particular interest in buttons. So I don't actually know if that is definitely a tongue back. I think it is. But yeah, nicely decorated. So first signal is a decent one. Let's see if we can carry on. Right, I've walked maybe 3 meters from that button. Cooper's just down in there on what we think is the old sort of, well, I'm calling it a bridle way. Something like that, the old sort of road that would have gone up into here. But this signal here I'm sure you can all agree, is an absolute pinger. It's not very deep. Well, it's saying there 3, 2. Yeah, is this too good to be true, or is it going to be a coin? Place your bets now. So we've got that dug over. Now you can see the screen there. Nice, lovely little round dot on the centre line. The only thing that does concern us is it's not very deep, and I don't think this field. You can see as you look up there, that's where the old castle would have been situated, on the top of the hill. I don't think this field will have been ploughed with the nature of it. It's all lumps and bumps and what have you. So yeah, could it just be an aluminium can? Let's have a look. Well, I wasn't far off with my guess, was I? Looks like to be some sort of will that be like some sort of gas canister? Yeah, I think it's even got a date on the bottom. Well, maybe not a date, but yeah, some writing there. Fortunately, this time not to be. Right, I've just had another signal here. It was coming up sort of in the 20s, and we've got, now I always just call these ring things, but I think it's probably off like a horse sort of harness. You find a hell of a lot of them around this area, big ones, small ones. I think this one's slightly more modern. That being said, it still could be a couple of 100 years old. But the older ones, the thicker for a start off, and you can sort of tend to see the sort of file marks where they've been made. But like I say, this one's slightly more modern. But it's another find. It's a bit of history. It's very hard going today. You can definitely tell that this field's sort of been done to death. But if we're finding these, somebody's obviously missed this, and you never know what else they've missed here. So yep, we'll keep going. Yeah, we've got another one here. I've literally just dug that horse ring up. I can't actually see where I dug it up at. I've filled it in that well, but never mind, we've got one here. A very similar signal to that one. Low 20s, centre line. I did go around this way and it was actually coming in towards the bottom. So make of that what you will. But yeah, could it be another horse ring? Let's have a look. Right, I've got that dug over. We'll just get the pinpoint in this hole and see what we can, what bit of rubbish we can unearth. Aha! Now this looks very nice. I said aha because I thought it was a. So I saw the top of it like that, if my camera will focus, and I thought it was a clog clasp. Now I've turned it over, and what we have now, I'm just going to give it a little tickle with a brush because I think it's got a bit of decoration on, just a slight, very slight tickle, just to fetch that decoration out a little bit. Now you can see I must have moved the hole a bit, and it's sort of kind of snapped it a little bit in the middle, but I'll be very careful with that. Right, let's get you zoomed in. Now everybody knows what I'm going to say. What is it? Now, first impressions looking at it, you would maybe say it's some sort of decorated escutcheon, but it just doesn't have that feel to it. It's lovely and decorated. I don't know if the camera's picking that out. Yeah, it's an item of mystery at the minute. So please get involved in the comments if you know what this is. It is a shame. It's kind of, obviously when I've pressed it in, it's sort of bent it over a little bit. Unfortunately, I was maybe a bit too rough. But it's a lovely piece, whatever it is. Yep, on to the next. Cooper's just come over. I think he's found a coin. You want to get the coins out as well, son? And he's just come over with this. Now, I'll give it a little tickle with a brush. I don't want to break it because I've already broke something at Cooper's last time we were out. But I'll give it a little tickle. Now you can see it's been silver and it's got a crown on it. So I'm going over the experts here. It looks like it's got a lion on top of it. I'm not 100% certain though. I'll try and get you zoomed in a little bit more. Yeah, does anybody know what that button could be? Lovely little find from Cooper. I'm guessing it'll be military, just at a guess. And this is his coin. Look at the condition of this. 1947. Oh, it's a shame it's got that disease on that side. But it's a coin. He's doing better than me for coins. That's unfortunate, that. But yeah, in 1947, 1 penny, George VI. Well done, Cooper. So I've just had one here. I didn't record the signal because I've just been talking to some walkers passing by, because there's a bit of a public footpath comes past, quite a busy one. This was a signal coming up in the 40s, but it was a bit all over. Now, I haven't looked at this, but I think, if I can get zoomed in, I think we're onto a button. Oh, that's the back of it. That looks quite a nice one. I think you can see some writing on the back. We'll have a look at the back before we turn it over. Right, what does that say then? Let's have a look. I'll try and keep out your light. I can see quality, extra, and it's actually got, I hope you can see that, it's got a crown on the top. So what's on this side? Well, there's something. Let's give this a tickle. See what detail we can get off it. Now, right. Oh, right. Wow. So I think it's got. Now that's either. Well, it's either a wolf of some sort, or is it a boar? I've never quite seen one like that before. What a button that is, mind. Yeah, I'm absolutely over the moon with that. Age-wise, will it be early Victorian? Mid 1800s sort of time period? I don't know. But what a button that is. Look at the detail on that. You can even see, just get you zoomed in, whatever it is, it had teeth. I think I'll be tempted to say that's more of a boar. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Another one for the cabinet. I'm absolutely over the moon with that. So that's 2 buttons and both of them decorated. Amazing. Cooper just shouted saying he thought he had silver, which we are on the mission for silver today. I haven't cleaned it out. He hasn't cleaned it. I can see why you would kind of pop yourself digging that up, son. So he's onto another button. The decorated buttons are really coming up today, and that's what he's got. So it's over to you guys in the comments, the experts. I'll just give this a quick tickle, Coops. I promise I won't break it. I don't want to tickle it anymore in case it rubs any of that silver off. Put that back away. Yeah, that's what he's got. I don't know if that's a line or what it is on there, son, but that is awesome. Absolutely awesome. So yeah, I'll say it again. Over to you guys in the comments, the experts. What does that mean? What age is it? Yeah, over to you guys. Well done, Cooper. Yeah, Cooper is definitely setting the pace today. There he is walking back up. Now I don't know if you can see the castle, the remains. I'm saying remains. It's literally just a hump on the hill. But I'm down in here. And I did have a signal, if I can remember where it is. There it is. Yeah. I'm not for 1 second going to say it's anything good, but it's a signal. It's got a hint of a grunt in it. Now, sometimes your silver coins, now I'm not saying this is a silver coin by any means, but sometimes your silver coins, for whatever reason, have that hint of grunt to them. The amount of coin, deep silver I've dug that's had a little bit of a hint of a grunt that would maybe put a lot of people off. But like I say, I don't think that's what this is, but let's have a look. Just before I get down, I'll just show you what it sounds like now it's dug over. So it's coming up in the high 80s there, like early 90s. I'll see if I can find it with this while we're on camera. I don't like to, nobody wants to watch somebody digging holes, but if I can get it without, come on, this ground is so dry. No, if I can get it within the first 20 seconds or so, we're all right, we're on to a winner, aren't we? It's in there somewhere. Right. This certainly doesn't rival Cooper's button at all. We have, don't know if you can see that, that's a HP top off the bottle of a maybe tomato sauce or brown sauce. So what will that be? 40 years old maybe, something like that, 30, 40 years old. Not the silver coin we wanted, but never mind. Right, we'll catch you on the next hole. We've got a very interesting one here. 39.40. Dare I say it, I've had hammered coins come up at 40. And that is a lovely little round dot on the centre line, isn't it? Yeah, I'm eager to get this one out to see what it is. Fingers crossed. Right, whatever it is in here. I'm not getting my hopes up. My guess is maybe a bit of foil. Ah, was it in there? Ah, oh, hey. I don't know if you can see that. I'll get out the light. So we've got an imprint there. Can you see the two imprints? Two imprints and a coin. And the coin is, it's an old 10 pence. So it's not quite the hammered coin we were after. I don't particularly like finding these because they're old, but they're just not old enough. And this one's probably dated 1970 or something. So yeah, for those of you that don't live in the UK, these were phased out, and the more modern 10 pences were brought in the sort of, oh God, would it be 80s sort of time? Oh, this one's got a little bit of age to it. 1968 there. Queen Elizabeth II. Good old Queen Elizabeth. Sadly no longer with us. But yeah, it's. I think, did these not replace the 2 shilling? Would it be? Yeah. Now I am sounding clueless because I haven't got a clue when it comes to the old money and the new money and putting them together and what meant what, and I'm absolutely useless at it, like. But yeah, it's a 10 pence, old 10 pence, absolutely worthless, but it's a find. I think we may have a pocket spill. Now that there, you might be able to see there's a bit of muck there come out the side. That's the two. Can you see them? That's where the 10 pence was. Now, that's where I had that 10 pence. And we've got a 39 here. What's the bet that that's another 10 pence? Yeah, let's have a look. Right, that's that dug over. 39. We'll have a look. Yeah, it's nice when you can call it, isn't it? We've got another 10 pence. This one is dated 1977. I'll just rub that side to show you. 1977. Yep, the old big fat 10 pences. A little bit of a pocket spill here. I'm going to check the area, see what else we can find here. Like I say, I don't particularly love digging these up, but it's a coin's a coin, isn't it? You know, it's not that old really. Yeah, let's see if we can find any more. Right, we're still in the area. That's the you can see the two imprints there of the first hole. Second hole down there, and we've got a one here that isn't as good, but I'm going to dig it anyway. You can hear the tone isn't quite as nice. It is coming up on the centre line, but it's a bit all over. Yeah, make what you will of that. But because we've had two coins up here, I'm going to dig this up. Well, I would probably dig this anyway, but I'm definitely going to dig this up now, just in case it is a bit of this pocket spill. Right, that's finally out. Now, there was a reason why it didn't sound as good as the two coins. It's a big, deep piece of lead, which I'm not bothered about. It all goes in the pot. But yeah, not the coin we were wanting. Come a little bit further. You can see there's pickup is down there. That's how far we've come. Walked sort of down towards that bottom and up this side. We've got a 3940 here with a little bit of a grunt to it. Could this be another little bit of lead? Let's have a look. Just before we delve any deeper, I'll just let you listen to what the signal sounds like now. Doesn't sound very nice at all, really. And it's gone right down to the bottom end of them ferrous limits as well. My guess at the minute would be lead. Obviously, as you've seen many times before, I've been wrong. But give us a second, I'll get this out and we'll have a look. Right, I was wrong. Now, there's the imprint. And now what I'm about to show you hasn't been cleaned up yet, so we'll get the tickle brush handy. So we'll show you the back. As you can see, it is a button. Another button. We're having a button day. And now this side, we'll clean this up together. As you can see, it's got a little bit of decoration. We'll just get you zoomed in a little bit. What a day for buttons. Now, I don't want to rub this too much because as you can see, it's very, very, very fickle, this one. I think that's the best I can get it. I'll just have a quick look. Now, I can't see what that might be, unfortunately. You guys in the comments might be able to see a bit better, but you can see it's starting to go through in places, so I don't want to rub it too much on that top and take away any sort of, you can see I'm rubbing there and it's just taking everything away. So I'll leave that as it is. It's a decorated button. What of, I don't know. Seems quite irony around the outside there, look, can you see? I'm wondering if that was what was giving a little tiny little bit grunt. See, it's quite rusty around the edge. But again, a little bit of a mystery there, but it's a find. Come across another nice one here. I'm in the shade and it's wonderful. A little bit of a breeze kicking up, which is even better. We've got one here. Make of that one what you will. Like I say, I guess I guess the bit of lead in it was a button on that last hole, so I just don't think this is a coin. Just doesn't have that feel to it. But yet again, I've been wrong many times. Let's have a look. Right, made a little bit of a mess of that one, but whatever it is in there somewhere. So we'll get down, we'll have a look together. Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't expect it to be one of them. It's a bullet. A 3-ringer. I don't know a hell of a lot about these to be able to tell you anything about them. The only thing I do know is they would be used. We'll just get that horrible stuff out of there. They would be used after musket balls. Or they would be kind of what would come in after musket balls, should I say. So this could still be 100 or so years old. Maybe would be getting on for 200 years old. Yep, bit of a random one. I didn't expect it to be that. You can see it's kind of, well, not corroded, it's not the right word, but there's bits missing off it. Yeah, nice little bullet, a couple of 100 years old. Fantastic. I don't know if you can see, just there is where I've just had that bullet. Now here, I've got another signal. Probably slightly better at that angle. Now, it could be another bullet. It is bleeding down a lot from the top, which is telling me that it could have a bit of iron in amongst it. But for the sake of the video, we'll show you what this is. Like I say, we'll have another look at the signal there just quickly. And this way. See how it's changed there? Totally changed. Then it comes back half good there. Yeah, for the sake of the video, we're going to get this out. I don't think it's going to be anything good, but let's have a look. Right, I've took that over. See how all the way around now it's slightly better. Still not what I would call a perfect signal, but it's certainly better than what it was before we dug it out. Tell you what I'll do, I'll just cut you off for a second. I'll just dig another couple of spadefuls out of here and then we'll get back to see what it is. So this is how easy it is to get caught out. Now I need to have a little bit play with my ferrous limits, the top ferrous limits. I'm kind of used to it now. So this is what it was. It was just a rusty nail. Now that is the first bit of iron I've dug all day. Now, would I have dug that? 50-50, but probably not. Just because of the fact that I know my machine, I know my settings, I know, you know, you half know what it's going to be as such. Yeah, this time just a rusty nail, but hopefully that little sort of couple of minutes there showing you the signal, how it changed a little bit more. See, when I dug it out and it changed, I was a little bit more sort of confident that it could be something, but obviously it's just turned out to be a nail. So please be wary of that, anybody new to using the manticore. Right, I've come across this one here. I'm back into the sunlight. .45, 46. Yeah, nice signal. Normally that's around the sort of numbers that the moo tubes come in, but we've got to dig it, haven't we? So one thing's for certain, I don't think it'll be a rusty nail like what we've had on the previous signal. So give us a second, I'll get this dug over and we'll find out together what it is. Right, that's that dug over. We'll just have a quick look. It's changed, as it usually tends to do. It's gone further down at the bottom of the ferrous limits, and it's changed numbers slightly. But we've dug it over. We might as well have a look, see what it is, see if I can get you. Now, I don't know if you can see that. There's something in there. Oh, nice. We're onto a little bit of a, where will it be like a trade weight? Is that what these will be sort of described as? Normally they have sort of stamps on them to say, like each year they were calibrated. I've got one at home that I found, and it has like 97, 98, 99, which I can only guess is 1897, 1898, and so on. For each year they were calibrated. But I'll just stand up, I'll get you in better light, I'll just roll that back over, stamp it in. Right. A nice little trade weight. Now, like I say, I'm guessing this will be Victorian at some stage. That's a lovely little unexpected find, that. It'll weigh likely so many ounces or so many, well, it'll be ounces, that, won't it? Again, I'm not into me older weights, like sort of are the classed as sort of imperial. Is it imperial? I don't know. My dad would likely be able to tell us, but what a lovely little thing that is. Over the moon with that. Right, I'm currently stood right on the top of the hill. Now, this is behind what would have been the castle. Now I'm going to pan to in front, and you can see why this would be such a good area to build a bit of a castle. You're right up on the top of the hill, a hill that you don't even realise is here. And now I would imagine, yeah, 1,000 years ago or whatever, when this was fully operational, I think things would look a little bit different. So yeah, that's the view we've got from the top of the hill. Now if we look here, we've got a 70 signal, centre line. I'm not getting my hopes up yet again, but it is a nice signal, this, so I am a little bit eager to get this out. So yep, let's have a look. Right, it's out. Signal's changed a little bit. Let's have a look. Oh, what's that? Right, what is that? Is that a coin? If it is, it looks very farthing sized. Oh, it's coming to bits. I'm going to have to be very careful. Ah, you bugger. It's a button. It's a button. The first non-decorated one of the day. Now that was a hell of a signal, I'm sure you'll agree. And they can catch you out, these little blighters. We'll just have a quick clean up on the back. You can see there's still a bit of material attached. Now I'll just see if I can something colour, treble. Yeah, it says something. Age wise, I would guess it's sort of Victorian, maybe a little bit earlier. But yet again, I'm not an expert. It's a find. We are still looking for that silver. I was speaking to Tom this morning. He said if there's two Willises in a field together, there's bound to be silver comes up. So I just hope we can prove them right. Right, I've just had a little signal here. It was a 10, 11, 12. It's in here, whatever it is. Oh, yeah, there it is. You can see how dry the soil is. Right. Now, that, whatever that is, if that is a thimble, right, which it looks to be at first glance, that is flat, isn't it? How old will that be? Try and get you in picture, sorry. Well, any ideas what that could be, guys? It's got a little bit of detail on, but I tell you what, that is so thin. Be lucky if it's just a half a mil thick. That is thin. Decorated, but God knows what that is. I thought it was maybe a thimble that had been flattened, or half a thimble that's been flattened, but it's literally coming to bits in my hands. So, yeah, nice little signal that. There's Cooper down there. It will be getting on for home time now. Like I say, we will just stop now till sort of dinner time. That's what I've got to show for it so far. Hopefully we can get one or two more. And then it's football and beers for the afternoon. Got a lovely little 30 here. Quite deep. Centre line, nice tone, round dot. And I have, if those of you that follow the channel, if you remember, I had a hammered coin up that was exactly 30. I keep saying this, you know, in hoping that one of these days when I say a hammered coin, it will actually be a hammered coin. But yeah, I'll keep hoping. But anyway, you've seen the signal. Place your bets. Right, I've got that dug over. I took a little bit of a spadeful out. Now, it's back there, but what I'm going to do is I'll go under it, see if we can uncover it. I hope I've got you in picture there. Right. Ah, it's in here, whatever it is. Can you see that? There's something in there, isn't there? Ah, it's another one of them. It's a horse ring. A little bit of a letdown. It's the second one for today though. Nice little horse bridle ring. Quite old, that one. Sort of, you know, sort of corroded away a little bit. Yep, on to the next. Got a little bit of a strange one here. Now, it's probably nothing, but I'll show you anyway. So, I'll zoom you in. We've got this. Now you can see on the end it's got these ridges in, and it's also got lines across that way, with the line coming down there, and it's full with, like, at first I thought it was soil, but I don't think it is. It's like has it been like a cork, or has it been like a wood? That's quite solid if it is soil. I know the soil is dry, but it does have a little bit different colour to it. Now, does anybody know what that could have been off? In the comments below, let us know. Right, we're just about back at the pickup there, ready to go home. We've had about 2 hours. Now, I've just had a signal here. I didn't record it. It wasn't the best of signals for whatever reason. But we've got this lovely decorated spoon handle. We'll just give that a tickle up, bring it back to its former glory. See if there's anything on this side. I doubt it the way it looks, but right, there you have it. That's lovely, isn't it? Nice and decorated. Yeah, I think it looks to be bits of iron for whatever reason bleeding through there. That's probably why it was given just a bit of an iffy signal, but what a lovely thing. 100 or so years old, probably 150. Yeah, lovely. Right, this was a terrible signal. It was kind of coming up in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and then there was a lot of iron in amongst it. Now, if I was to call a coin signal, this one would not be it. But I'm on to my first proper coin. and I think it's going to be absolutely knackered. Just looking at this, I'll try and pull a bit of that off, but magic trousers job. Well, it's the magic shorts today. Oh wow, this is old. This is old. I need to be very careful with this. This is old. Look at that. Yeah, I need to be super careful with this. I have got some distilled water. I might just try a bit of water on the job. I think it's distilled, this one. Right, we'll just give this a quick squirt. I don't normally like squirting these coins, but the way this muck's dried onto it, I don't have much choice. Right, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to clean this up and I'm going to get back to you. Right, that's that cleaned up and dried off, and potentially one of the last signals of the day. And look at this for a coin. Now, I'm going to struggle to get in some proper daylight for you, because it's dated 1777, I think. Now that would make it 240 odd years old. So I don't think it's aged too badly. You can see Britannia on this side, and on this side we have George III. You can see him looking to our right, the three eyes here, Rex there, and I'm pretty sure it should say Georgius there. Absolutely superb little coin that. I think it'll be a halfpenny, looking at the size of it. Yeah, almost cabinet worthy, that one. I'll just give it another quick rub on the magic trousers to try and make the details pop a bit more. And on this side, yeah, there we have it. It's the only old coin I've found today, and it's certainly saved the day coin wise for me. Over the moon. I'm a little catch up with Cooper. I showed him my Georgian coin. He said, I've got one a little bit like that. Now, I don't know if you can see, but that side you can see Britannia sort of seated. Now on this side is a little bit more clearer. I think we've got a William III again. So this one's probably dated to the latter end of the 1600s. So potentially it's not quite 100 years older than the coin that I've just found. It's a lovely William III halfpenny from Cooper. What else have you got? I don't even think the magic trousers can sort that one out. So there's I think that's George II. So we'll get you zoomed in. So I think we can see him looking that way, and I think there's two eyes in this top corner there. This would be Britannia side there. You can see Britannia seated again, but I think that's a George II Cooper. So you've beaten me with the quality of your coins today. I know we're clutching at straws calling this a quality coin, but you can make out who it is, and I'm pretty sure that's George II. So we've got William III, George II, George III. Yep, fantastic. Well done. I've just had another signal there. It was coming up in the 30s. And I've had some of these before and I can't remember what they are. So if anybody can help us out there, I've got one or two of these at home. I'm sure I got them ID'd once before, but I can't remember. So yeah, whatever that is. I just don't know. Has it been some sort of decorated something or other? I don't know, but it's got these sort of lips on. Yep, on the next. Right, everyone, as you can probably tell by the state of me, it's red hot and we're about finished. I'm gonna go home, grab a couple of beers, have a barbecue, enjoy the rest of this Sunday afternoon. 2 hours digging for me and Cooper. Cooper's absolutely kicked me butt when it comes to the coins. I think he's got 5 or 6. I think I got 3. 2 of them were just modern sort of 10 pences. But overall, a very good couple of hours, and it was just a couple of hours as well, maybe 2.5 hours. But hopefully, as you can see behind us, that's the old castle on the hill. I still think this field has a lot more to give, so we'll keep popping back here now and again in the future. But until next time, I just want to thank everybody for watching, everybody for subscribing. It means a lot to us, and those who haven't subscribed, please do. It really helps the channel grow. Yeah, till next time, watch what you're doing. Thanks again. Right, everyone, as you can see, we're back at the garage after a quick 2 hours, just over 2 hours dig. Everything you see in front of you, apart from these two here, these are actually going to one of the watchers, Raymond. I found that as well. I don't know if that's of interest for you. That's on the way to you as well if you want it. I have not forgot. Raymond really likes these old sort of lids / tins. So any I find now are going straight to Raymond. So I do have some more upstairs in what we call the Lego room. Me, the wife and Cooper are massive. Well, maybe not so much now, but we were massive collectors of Lego. So we've got a room dedicated to Lego, but there's that much Lego. I can't get in there at the moment. So there is some more of them in there, Raymond. So I will be in touch with some more interesting lids like that. So yeah, back to the finds. That's the rubbish. Now, Cooper won't mind us saying this, but he was the one that dug all the iron up today. He was struggling with the iron nails. So that's the rubbish anyway. That's the lead. That's going to go in the lead pile. Now we have our finds. Now what we'll do is we'll start with Cooper's first, because he hasn't got a massive amount. But if I can get this to go out, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll pick it up one at a time. I'll just zoom you in a little bit. If there's any button experts out there, that looks to be a crown with some sort of horse or something coming over the top of it. I'm assuming it'll be some sort of military, will it? I don't know. Or will it be like a livery button? You can see it's had some silvering on there, so it would have been a nice bonny button in its time. That's a nice one from Cooper. The next one is a little bit better. That looks like a, well, I was going to say a griffin, but I think I'll just zoom in a little bit more. Give it a quick rub on the jumper. Is that just like a lion with something else next to it? I don't know. But it's a very nice button nonetheless. So another good find from Cooper. When he dug that up, actually, he actually kind of came running over saying, I think I found silver. And then when he cleaned it off, obviously, it was just a button. Same with these, these are just average buttons. Now, he got some very nice coins today as well, Cooper. He got this 1947 1 penny from George VI. Unfortunately, it's got that disease on the back. What else? Let's see if I can get this the right way. Right, that's Britannia side. I think you can see Britannia there. And on this side, if we get it the right way, hopefully you can see that as well. Looking to the right, I'm pretty sure will be William III, which is the second William III coin we've found in consecutive digs. So that's a nice little one from Cooper there. Let us just get this one the right way. Is that right? Now, this one, again, I'm no expert, but I can see somebody looking to my left. So I'm assuming that is George II. It's a little bit poorly, this coin, but you can see the detail on it. There's Britannia there. One more one of interest. See if we can get this one the right way as well. Very difficult to say, but I'm pretty sure that's a George III. Britannia's very, very hard to make out. So yeah, that's Cooper's 2.5 hours out. Right, over to me. Now you can see a slight difference in the amount of fines. Now, there's a lot of arguments going around on the internet at the minute, and like on Facebook, should I say, about the manticore, any other machine, for example, the 800, which I must add is a fantastic machine. Everybody's saying the manticore is not worth it because any other machine will find what the manticore will find, which, now this is just my personal opinion, that is sort of 50% true. Like, I did a certain field with the 800 and I did it to death, and I've since been on with the manticore just quickly, and I didn't really find anything else. But what I will say is the manticore is that good at discriminating, and yeah, the discrimination on the manticore is very good. So you spend less time digging that. So Cooper dug all this. Yeah, so this is a good example. Cooper dug all this iron today. I didn't dig any iron at all. So if you were to put Cooper's finds and that iron together, you've probably got the same amount of good finds as what I've got. So you spend less, with the manticore, you spend less time digging the iron because it's that good at telling you what it is. You spend less time digging that and more time digging these. Now, that's the only way, from my personal opinion and my personal experience, that's the only way I can describe how much better the manticore is than the 800 or the 900. Not that I've used the 900, but I would imagine it'll be a very similar thing. But the amount of finds there, yes, Cooper's got more coins, but that's the luck of the draw. But I've probably got twice the amount of finds there as what Cooper has. And I'll just put that down to the fact that I'm using the manticore and I know the manticore, and the discrimination on the manticore makes it a lot easier to spend time digging that instead of that. I hope that's cleared it up a little bit. Like I said, I'm no expert. That's just my personal experience / opinion. So yeah. Anyway, we'll get on to my finds. Now, I found this. Now, it has since we've got home and it's dried out, it has decided to. There was a big line up there, and there's a crack down this side, and it's since cracked off inside my bag. But you can see, I think that's been wood. You can see there, can't you? So is it the bottom of a cane? I don't know. I'll keep a hold of it. Anybody in the comments below, if you can help us out with that. Right, bottom ones here, we've got a decorated spoon handle, which is quite nice. That's a nice thing, isn't it? But other than that, it's just bullet, buttons, flattened thimble, I think, horse rings. So nothing of interest down there. But up here, we have got this little thing here. Now, I don't know what this could be. You can see there's some slight pattern on it. It does look like it could be some sort of clasp as such, but it doesn't. It's very, very thin to be, say there's something on the back there as well. It's very thin to be like an escutcheon, because obviously that hole in the middle looks a little bit like a keyhole, but I don't think it is. And that's the back there. So I'm going to have a guess it's some sort of clasp. Lovely, lovely little trade weight here, and it has actually got, or is that just, it's either got a number on there or it's just the way the scratch looks. I think it's just the way the scratch looks, but yeah, lovely little. Now that I'm assuming that'll be brass. Would it be brass? Yeah, I would imagine. Little trade weight. Now, my find of the day is this beauty. Yes, it's a little bit gone in the middle, but I tell you what, with a bit wax on that, that'll look absolutely lovely, won't it, in the cabinet? So yeah, I think that's a boar. If anybody knows anything about that, please in the comments get in touch. Coin wise, we've got the 2 10-pences, and of course one of the last finds of the day, this wonderful George III, if I can get a hold of it without dropping it. George III, now that's the better side, look at that. 1770, well, I'm going to say 7, and that's probably a halfpenny. That's lovely, that, isn't it? I love that side. Just the detail on Britannia there. I'll try and give this a little bit of a clean without hurting it. Yeah, probably my favourite find for me personally of the day, and Cooper's probably for me, it's probably this little button. Lovely decorated little thing. So yeah, that's it for today's dig. We're hoping to get out again very, very soon. I'm not sure where, but hopefully you'll tune in for that video as well. Once again, thank you to everybody, old and new subscribers, everybody that gets involved in the comments. It really is the highlight of my day, going through the comments and having a little bit crack with yous all. It's yeah, I really enjoy that. So please keep that up. Really makes me day. But until next time, watch what you're doing, and thanks again.